All right, let's just jump right in, shall we? If you are ready to finally ditch the commute and start working from home, maybe even from your couch, this is going to be your practical guide. We're counting down the top 10 remote jobs you can actually start today. And for a lot of these, you don't even need any experience.
You know, for millions and millions of people, the answer to that is a huge yes. This whole shift to remote work, it isn't just some passing trend. It's a real, fundamental change in how we think about our careers, our time, and our lives. And honestly, the opportunity has never, ever been bigger. I mean, just look at this number. That's how many Americans are expected to be working remotely by 2025. This isn't some tiny little niche anymore, right? This is a massive part of how the world works now. So the question isn't if the jobs are out there, it's which one is the right fit for you.
All right, let's get this countdown started. First up, we're going to blast through jobs 10 down to 4. Think of these as fantastic starting points, especially if you're looking to earn some extra money from home. Let's do it. Kicking things off at number 10, we've got user testing. Okay, the concept here is super simple. Companies will literally pay you to try out their websites and apps and just talk out loud about what you think. You're basically getting paid for your opinion. And get this, the pay is actually pretty great for the time you put in. We're talking 10, maybe even up to $60 for a single 15 to 20-minute test. I mean, do the math on that. That's a killer hourly rate when you can get the work.
So yeah, this is perfect if you're looking for supplemental income. To be clear, it's probably not going to replace your full-time job, but it's an awesome way to make some extra cash. And the best place to start? Usertesting.com.
All right, moving on to number 9, email and inbox manager. Okay, are you that person whose inbox is always at 0? The one who loves organizing everything? Well, this job was practically made for you. You'd be helping busy entrepreneurs and executives tame that crazy flood of emails they get every day.
And you can get started making a really solid wage, usually somewhere between $15 and $20 an hour. The best part? No special degree needed. If you're organized and can write a decent email, you're in.
Coming in hot at number 8 is online chat support. This is the customer service job for anyone who gets a little bit of anxiety just thinking about talking on the phone. You'll be helping people out, but it's all done through live chat windows.
So what's the trade-off here? Well, it's pretty straightforward. On the plus side, absolutely no phone anxiety. You don't even need a headset. But the one thing you really do need is to be a fast and accurate typist, because you'll often be juggling a few conversations at once.
At number 7, we've got content moderator. You know all that time you spend scrolling through social media? You can actually get paid for it. Seriously. You would be the one reviewing posts and videos to make sure they follow the rules and help keep the platform a safe place. Next up, number 6, search engine evaluator. Now this one's a little different. You'd basically be working with the big guys like Google to help them figure out if their search results are any good. It's really flexible, part-time stuff, and you can usually find these gigs through contractor sites like Appen or Lionbridge. All right, cracking our top 5 is the role of transcriptionist. Simply put, you listen to audio or video and you type out what's being said. The biggest perk here? Insane flexibility. You could do this pretty much anytime, anywhere.
And check this out. The money here can get really good. Yeah, you might start out on the lower end while you're learning, but you can get up to that $15 to $22 range pretty quick as you get faster. And if you get specialized, like in legal or medical stuff, we're talking $60, even $70 an hour. That's no joke.
And rounding out this section at number 4 is online tutor. This is such a great way to cash in on the knowledge you already have. I mean, if you're good at high school math or you aced your English classes, you can get paid to help students succeed. Some of these platforms even hire college students. Okay, deep breath. We've made it to the top 3. These are the big ones, your absolute best bets for landing a real, stable, full-time remote job. So we're going to slow things down just a little bit here and really break down how you can get hired for each of these. And our number 3 spot goes to the customer service representative. Look, this one's a classic for a reason. These jobs are always in demand. And the best part? Most companies give you full paid training. You don't have to come in knowing everything. You just need to be a good communicator. So, how do you actually get one of these jobs? It's really just a simple 4-step plan. First, get your setup ready. A quiet spot, a decent headset, that's key. Second, brush up on some basic skills. Just watch some free tutorials. Then, start heading up the big job platforms like Indeed. And last, when you apply, just make sure you mention that you're reliable and you're comfortable with tech.
Our runner-up at number 2 is the virtual assistant, or VA for short. This has got to be one of the most versatile remote jobs on the planet. I mean, VAs do a little bit of everything. Scheduling, emails, social media, you name it. It's perfect if you're organized and can manage your own time.
And the path to becoming a VA is actually super clear. You can start by learning the basics from free courses online. Seriously, it's all out there. Then just whip up a simple profile showing what you can do and start applying on places like Upwork. The key here is just to start small, get a few projects under your belt, build that reputation, and then you can start charging more.
All right, the moment we've been waiting for. Our number 1 remote job you can start today is a data entry clerk. Yep, this is the ultimate entry-level remote job. It's straightforward, companies are always hiring for it, and there's a clear, step-by-step way to get hired without a fancy degree or any special experience.
Okay, but let's get real for a second about what it's going to take. On average, you're probably going to need to send out between 30 and 47 applications to land that first data entry gig. I know, it sounds like a lot, but it's really just a numbers game. Persistence is everything here.
So here's your game plan. It's simple. First, spend a week or two just practicing. Get your typing speed up, learn the basics of Excel. Second, get a simple resume ready. Third, find jobs on trusted sites, and don't worry, we're going to talk about that next. And then, the most important part, commit to applying to 10 to 15 jobs every single day. If you do that, I promise you, you will get hired.
Okay, so now you know the top jobs. But this next part, this might be the most important part of all. This is your job search playbook. We're going to cover where to find these legit jobs and, just as crucial, how to spot and avoid all the scams out there.
Look, don't just go Googling remote jobs and clicking on random links. Focus your search on these reputable boards. FlexJobs is amazing because they check every single posting, but it does have a small fee. Remote.co and We Work Remotely are fantastic, and they're free. And of course, you've got the big players like Indeed and Upwork.
Now let's talk about staying safe, because you really need to be careful. Watch out for these red flags. If a so-called job asks you to pay for training or for your own equipment, run. It's a scam. If it sounds too good to be true, promising you'll get rich with no effort, it's a scam. And please, never give out sensitive personal info in an initial application.
I'm going to say this one more time because if you remember one thing, let it be this. It is the golden rule. You should never, ever, ever have to pay money to get a job. Legitimate companies pay you, you do not pay them. End of story. All right, we've covered a ton, but information is useless without action, right? So now it's time to put it all together. This is your step-by-step plan to launch your remote career, and you can start, like, this week. So here's what the next couple of months could look like. Week 1, just pick a couple of jobs from our list and build your profiles on those sites we mentioned. Then, for the next few weeks, it's all about applying consistently, every day. Within a month or two, you'll be doing interviews and probably accepting your first offer. And from there, it's all about getting better, maybe specializing, and of course, making more money. So I want you to remember this. Getting a remote job isn't about being a genius or having some special connection. It's just about being consistent. Every single person you know who works from home started right where you are right now. The only difference is they started applying. That job is out there waiting for you. Now it's time to go get it.